Do you hear what I hear? Yeah, somebody who can't sing. So a little bit of housekeeping real quick. I want to thank Sean, the guy who sews, for his shout out in his weekly vlog video this morning. 25 subscribers may not sound a lot to some people, but that has now more than doubled my subscriber count thanks to a 20-second shout out from Sean. So thank you very much. And to all my new subscribers, thank you. It means the world to me to know that people are interested in what little videos I have put out so far and a future in the videos that I'm hoping to put out. So thank you very much. I hope that I do produce videos that at least some of you will like. I mean, I'm not going to hit 100% of the audience 100% of the time, but I hope I can hit 100% of the audience throughout the video journey. If there's something that you think that the channel is lacking and I've done it in the past, please let me know if you want to see it again, because I want to make this channel for everybody. The encouraging comments that I have received from people have just meant the world to me. It is just wonderful to get the support from everybody out there. So again, thank you, everybody. 25 is not a lot to some people, but like I said, it has more than doubled my subscriber count. And just watching my numbers go up throughout the day has been a little shocking just to see that. So again, thank you. Today's Vlogmas episode, I decided that I wanted to quickly go through the binding of a quilt. The binding is, in my opinion, the second to the last thing that people do. The last thing should be the label. I know a lot of people don't put labels on their quilts. I have been yelled at by folks at my local quilt shop who are guild members because I had not put labels on some of my quilts. So I am trying to make sure I get everything labeled. I want to get better labels than what I'm doing, but that's a different story. I'll figure out better labels that don't take, probably about an hour to stitch in, plus the time it makes on the embroidery machine. They're pretty good sized labels that I'm currently doing, but this is not a label video. This is a binding video. So let's go through and see the machine binding techniques that I learned in the quilt shop. Again, this is going to be another montage video. So sorry that there's not really any, what's the word, instruction around it. And we're back. I managed to get the whole quilt done. The front looks almost perfect. The stitch in the ditch foot that I used allowed the stitches to be hidden. The back, if you look at it, some areas need a little bit of improvement. If you can see where the stitches are, some areas need improvement where the seam is a little bit fatter. Or not seam. Yeah, somehow the seam. The front side of the binding looks even, so I think I'm doing a little bit of stretching as I'm folding it over. So that's things that I need to improve on. To recap what I did in the video, I made my binding strips at 2.5 inches. I believe that's the standard for most binding. I know some people like to do 2.25 inch, but this is 2.5 inch. And then so sewing next was sewing them together into one long strip. Off camera, I folded them over and made them into one long piece of binding. And then back to the sewing machine, I uh, sewed it all to the front of the quilt uh, and got that all the way around. And I did the connection of the two ends. And then after that, I went back to my ironing board and I pressed it all open. And then I pulled it to the back. I used Steam 2 for the temporary tack down. As you saw when I was doing the final stitching, I didn't have any clips or anything. So I did a temporary tack down with Steam 2 that will wash out with a wash once this gets through the washer. And then when I came back, I used my stitch in the ditch foot, which is, uh, oopsie, this foot. It's got a little bit of a, I want to say a shark fin type thing on it right here. So that leans into the ditch of the front of the binding. And it helps guide it as long as you go fairly slow. Um, and then your stitches should be mostly hidden if you do that. Obviously, the stitches on the back aren't going to be hidden, but uh, this is a great method for wall hangings. That's the main reason why I took the class was for wall hangings. But occasionally there is a quilt that you need to get done before Christmas, and my hand stitching of a binding would probably take 3 or 4 evenings of a quilt this size, just because my eyes don't like to focus on something that close for longer than about an hour. So and I can get about 3, 30, 36, 40 inches or so in one session with hand stitching. So that would be a full 3, 4 evenings to get this size quilt done. And I'd like to get it done sooner so I can get the binding on. But that was a quick video, hopefully, of binding. And again, I want to thank everybody who has given supportive comments and has been subscribing over the past, oh, wow, it's only been about 8 hours as of this recording, and I've gotten that many subscribers. So thank you, everybody. It means the world to me. Until tomorrow, Merry Vlogmas.